gave them the victory from day one. Either by himself, he doesn't need anybody, or he can send the angels to help them, or without them, just send the angels and take care of it, and so on. And this is the same question that we are asking today. And the answer, my brothers and sisters, that the victory is one thing, is not everything. But is the process, is the tarbiyah, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. That these people after the victory, but without training, without tarbiyah, how are they going to be responsible for humanity? How are they going to be just? And under them, they're going to be a lot of wealth, a lot of honors, a lot, which is there is a temptation. And there are a lot of people also will be under them that they are not Muslims. So if they are not trained through this process of tarbiyah, and what does mean tarbiyah? That things goes, Allah will alternate. Sometimes they get the victory. Like before Uhud, they get victory in where? In Badr. And you have to be grateful and thanking Allah and be humble. Because most of the time we are grateful, but we are not humble. To humble yourself and you understand and this and that. And this is half of the process. The other half, you have to taste also what? The defeat. And you have to be patient and come closer to Allah. You are closer to Allah in both situations. So with this is the process that prepare people for the leadership. And by the way, that's what will happen to you. And I said, and I will keep saying it, what you are saying now, to you, you might judge and say we are perished, we are doomed. It's the opposite. Sooner, inshallah. When? I don't know, but I believe it's sooner something will happen. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is purifying. And there will be some people that they are ready to lead. And he said, go, here you go. Because the tarbiyah, as I said, you have to go through the process. You taste the victory, and what you gonna do? There are a lot of people, subhanallah, they pass the test when it's hard, in the hardship, they are patient. But when things are good, they don't pass the test, they fail. And vice versa. When also you are defeated, you don't lose hope and you don't see, that's it, where is Islam, where is this, where is that? No. So if we understand this, that the victory is one element. Imagine Allah give them the victory, but they are not ready. Like somebody was given a responsibility, but he was not trained for that. He will do more harm than more benefit. And I want to share this story with you. What is the tarbiyah? You know, the people in charge throughout the history of Islam, the khulafa, even though after the 4 caliphs, everybody else is king. But for the sake of argument, we say khalifa. And to train his son to take over after him, he used to give him to a murabbi. And he will give the murabbi the full authority. He said, that's it, you have the full authority to discipline him. So this person, he was young, and he narrated this story. He said, one time I was with my sheikh, and so on, and without doing nothing, the sheikh slapped me in the face. I'm not going to do that. Never. If I am upset, what I'm going to make dua? Allah yahdik, mashallah. Abu Ubada's dua. Allah yahdik, Allah yarhamkum, Allah yuslah halak. So he slapped him on the face. But he cannot say anything. And you know, he cannot complain to his father because the father was given the mandate. And subhanallah, after time passes by, the father passed away, the Khalifa, then he became Khalifa. And instead of taking care of business, what's in his mind? The slap. Then he brought the sheikh. I said, Sheikh, really, for all these years, I didn't forget. Because my father was there. I know if I complain to him, he might give me another slap. Why did you slap me? I didn't do anything. Then he told him, before I answer you, I want you to answer a question. He said, when I slapped you, how it feels? You see, I was so angry and this, because I didn't do anything. This is injustice. This is dhulm. He said, my son, this is the tarbiyah. I know one day you're going to be a khalifa. And I don't want you to oppress people or commit injustice. Because if I talk to you about injustice in theory, you're not going to understand it. But with one slap, you know what it means. So don't oppress people. Don't be unjust. So that's what Allah does. Because sometimes if we don't do the tarbiyah on our own, Allah will do it for us. وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. And these days we alternate. Sometimes for you, sometimes against you. And we come up with this concept that I want you to memorize, and I will stop here. Here is somebody sleeping. Khalas. On Friday, I'm going to give you another 15 minutes discount. So Isha will be 8:45, inshallah. No, just it's okay. Leave him alone. Habibi, just leave him. It's okay. Okay? It's okay to sleep. He can't help it. The problem is the sheikh making the Khatera long. Shuyukh problem. One time, sheikh was giving the lecture, and sister with her baby, and the baby started crying, and she wants to leave. Then sheikh wants to comfort her and said, sister, wallahi, just stay. Wallahi, his voice does not bother me. She said, I know that, but your voice is bothering him. So sometimes the shuyukh are problem. So the concept that I want to share with you, that the circumstances, your circumstances will change. I want you to accept this fact of this life. وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا. Alternate. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Like cooking, you have to flip. Both sides need to be cooked. For sure your circumstances will change. But one thing should not change in you. Your relationship with Allah. In both cases. In the time of ease, I am with Allah. In the time of hardship, I am Allah. That's why you see today, wallahi, subhanallah, you saw people that did flip and change, and I want you not to focus on them, and you start angry and cursing them. No, no, no. The lesson that you learn, you worry about yourself. You get scared. While X is changing, so it means there is no guarantee anyone can change. Then you remember the dua of the Prophet that he used to make every day. Allahumma ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala deenik. May Allah keep our hearts on the deen, and may Allah help us to stay as Muslim and die as Muslim and to be resurrected as Muslim. And we make the dua that we agreed to do, inshallah, for a while. And you can do it on your own. Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-afiyya fi dunya wal-akhirah. Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-afwa wal-afiyya fi dinina wa dunyana wa ahlina wa malina. Allahumma astur awratina wa amin rawatina. Allahumma ahfadna min bayni aydina wa min khalfina wa an aymanina wa an shama'ilina wa min fawqina. Wa na'udhu bi'azamatika an nughtala min tahtina. Ya hayyu ya qayyum bi rahmatika nastaghith. Aslih lana sha'lana kullah. ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك